We are going to go through processing downloads in the Agency Advantage. The first thing you are going to want to do is open the Download Manager. And then up top, you're going to click the Check Mailbox. And I had already done that, so my file was already sitting in here. Now, these selections down here, you can automatically print your work file listing or automatically print memos, and then also proper case names and addresses in WinAA. Now, this first one, automatically print work file listing, that will be everything that's in the download. So that will be using a lot of paper if you decide to use that. And then up here in the list, you'll have all your files that have come in from Ivans, and you're going to have to click or double click on each of them and process them. So we only have one, so we're going to double click. And depending on how big the file is, it may take a minute or two to completely process. But once it is done, it will open up into another screen where you'll see what's in the download and if anything needs to be addressed, as whether it's not matching up properly or the policy is not found. Sometimes if an address is different, it may prompt you that it may not find the customer, or it may ask you to verify. And it's almost done. And it looks like this company had not been matched up previously. So this is the NIC code and the carrier. So we're going to match it up with the company that I have in Agency Advantage. And I do have Cornerstone already in here. So I will click on that and then hit Save. And you'll only have to do that if it's not already matched up. So once this is open, what you're going to look for is the red. So it says error policy not found. So you will double click on the first one here. And down here in the bottom, this is the Agency Advantage, your data. So you want to check to see if this person is in here or not. I guess it helps if I spelled it right, but it is not finding this person in here. So now that we know he's really not in there, we can go ahead and hit Post. And then that customer will be posted into the database. And then you're going to do that with each of the ones that are in red. And that person's not in there either, so we're going to hit Post. And another thing you want to keep an eye on is the location. If you have multiple locations, you'll want to make sure that they're posted into the correct location. And then CSR/producer, if you know who the producer is, you can go ahead and change that here while you're processing this, because the downloads, they do not know who the producer is, so it comes in with question marks. So for each of these that have red errors, you will have to go in and manually do this. And not there, so we're going to hit Post. And I believe this one we had already just done. So she is down here. And let's see if that is the same policy. And it is. So we're going to select that, and then we're going to hit Post. So So if you're in the same download file and you had just processed one, and then there's another update or change in that same file for that same customer, it will not recognize it because it's in that same file. So you'll want to try to remember that so you do not duplicate that customer. And not there. And then once we get through all these red ones, then we can just hit post up top. But if there is any red errors, it will not let you do that. And we're almost done here. And Marshall Calvin, let's see. That's not in there. And then I think we have one more to check out here. And he is not in here either. So we're going to hit post. Now that all the red errors are cleaned out, now we can go ahead and hit post, and that posts the file. Now, if your download file did not have any red error messages, you would be able to hit post up at the top, and you would be done. Um, Now, if we go in to your Agency Advantage, we can go ahead and we can run a report. If you go to Reports and then go to Download, and we're just going to do today. And this is what we just downloaded. So this shows you who we downloaded and what was downloaded. And we're going to use Robert Baker as an example. So we can go in to his profile and we can see what was done here. So it has created the policy and added the vehicles and the drivers. And that is processing downloads. If you have any questions, let us know.